Today, we are diving deep into your body's own secret ID card, a system that's all about the amazing intersection of your genes and your immune system. We're talking about immunogenetics. Okay, so let's just start with this. What if every single one of the trillions of cells in your body had to carry a unique ID card? One it had to show off constantly just to prove it belongs and isn't some kind of dangerous imposter. Well, guess what? That's not science fiction. It's exactly how your body works. You have this incredibly sophisticated cellular ID network, and getting a handle on it is absolutely fundamental to understanding your health, everything from fighting off the common cold to accepting an organ transplant. So let's get right to the heart of it. We're going to look at the actual genetic code that builds and runs your body's personal security force. Now, the official term for this is immunogenetics, and it's basically where two huge fields of biology slam into each other. You've got genetics, which is your personal blueprint, and immunology, which is the study of how you defend yourself. This is the science that helps explain why some people seem to catch every bug that goes around, while others, almost never get sick. So who are the guards checking all these cellular IDs? Well, they're the highly specialized cells of your immune system. The two main players on this security patrol are your B cells and T cells. You can think of B cells as your intelligence agency. They figure out the threat and then design the specific weapons, antibodies, to fight it. And then you've got the T cells. They're the boots on the ground, the frontline soldiers that can go in and directly destroy cells that have been infected. And make no mistake, this is not random chaos. It's a highly organized, complex chain of command. As soon as an invader is spotted, this whole cascade of signals kicks off, activating all the different cells needed to coordinate the attack. It really is like a beautiful, intricate dance of defense. So this brings up the big question, right? How do those T cells know which cells to attack and which ones to just leave alone? Well, that's where this whole ID system comes into play. This cellular ID system has a pretty serious-sounding scientific name, the Major Histocompatibility Complex, or MHC. Now, in us humans, we have our own specific version, and it's called the Human Leukocyte Antigen System, or much easier, HLA. This is the genetic machinery that builds those cellular IDs we've been talking about. And really, what this all boils down to is its core function. The entire point of the HLA system is to let your immune system recognize self. It's the fundamental way your body stops itself from attacking its own healthy cells. So how does a cell actually show its ID? Well, it's like a constant status report. First, some of the proteins inside the cell get broken up into these tiny pieces called peptides. Then, one of these little peptides latches onto an MHC molecule. That MHC molecule acts kind of like a little robotic arm. It swings up to the cell's surface and displays that peptide for everyone to see. A passing T cell then comes along and inspects it. If it's a normal, self, peptide, no problem, the T cell moves on. But if that peptide is from a virus, oh yeah, all the alarm bells start ringing. But wait, the system is even cleverer than that. It doesn't just have one type of ID card. Nope, it uses specialized versions for different kinds of threats. So there are two main types of these IDs. MHC class 1 is the standard issue. It's on almost all of your cells. It's showing off peptides from inside the cell, basically shouting, hey, here's what I'm making internally. This is how we catch viruses that have snuck inside and hijacked a cell's machinery. But then there's MHC class 2. This is totally different. It's like a wanted poster. It's only used by professional immune cells, and it displays bits and pieces of invaders they've captured from the outside. It's their way of alerting the whole immune system that there's a threat out there. Okay, so this is all really fascinating biology for sure, but how does it actually affect our lives? Well, the implications are absolutely enormous. And here's the most important part to remember. This entire unbelievably complex system of proteins, your completely unique cellular ID, is all built from a specific set of genes you inherit straight from your parents. And these genes aren't just scattered all over the place. They're all packed together in one specific spot on human chromosome 6. It's the tiny variations in this one little region that create the incredible diversity we see in immune responses across the entire human population. It's amazing. And these little genetic differences, they have huge real-world consequences. For starters, this ID system is the #1 reason organ transplants get rejected. The new body sees the donor cells as foreign. It also affects how likely we are to get certain infections or develop autoimmune diseases. It even helps our T cells spot and kill cancer cells. And maybe the wildest part? Some science suggests it might even play a role in who we're attracted to.
by influencing how we perceive the scent of other people.
The diversity that's coded by these genes is just staggering. The chance of any two people who aren't related having a perfect HLA match, it's not 1 in a million, it's less than 1 in a billion. And this incredible variety is actually a key defense mechanism for us as a species because it makes it way harder for any single disease to just wipe all of us out.
So, this system is clearly a masterpiece of evolution, perfectly designed to tell friend from foe. But it isn't perfect. So, you have to wonder what happens when this incredibly complex system messes up? What happens when the body's own guards can no longer read the IDs correctly?